This video contains spoilers up to the episode Bubbled. Please do not watch this video if you have not caught up on the series up to the episode Bubbled. In Steven Universe, one of the biggest looming threats is the Great Diamond Authority. But my question is, why? Steven Universe is such a deep and progressive show that I doubt the motives of the Great Diamond Authority would be overlooked. Now, before we begin, I would like to give a special shout out to Cartoon Universe that did a video a few days ago that covered a lot of the same stuff that I will cover, only their focus was more on Pink Diamond rather than the Great Diamond Authority as a whole. So, we have seen that as Steven grows into his own in the series, we have seen him have a great deal of compassion towards his enemies. Steven not only showed compassion towards Ruby, but Jasper as well, who was one of the main foils of the first 3 seasons. Steven's compassion for his enemies is even what turned Peridot over to their side. When they were still tracking her down, Steven could not find it in his heart to lie to her about the proximity of the other crystal gems. So with all this said, I can guarantee that once they make a bigger presence in the show, the motives of the Great Diamond Authority will be explained. First, I would like to go over what we know about Homeworld and speculate from there. We see that they use incubators to plant gems in the ground of conquered planets to build their army, and as Peridot said, they are a spacefaring race able to adapt to the gravity of planets. So basically, they travel through space and use planets to build their army. We see in the show that the diamonds have also implemented weapons that are considered by the crystal gems to be wrong. Corruption is one of these, and while there is a lot of evidence as to what it is, some aspects of the corruption process are still unknown. I believe that is the cause of a combination of a gem virus with feelings of despair acting as a trigger. Once Jasper fused with the corrupted gem, she started to get corrupted, but the corruption seemed to have moved faster when confronting Steven about Pink Diamond. Another argument is that when Lapis was trapped in a mirror when the corruption process began, because of her broken state, she did not feel the despair the other gems did. Again, this is all speculation about corruption, but the fact is that it was a tactic used to quell the fighting. We also have the fusion weapons that debuted in Keeping It Together, as well as the cluster. These were made to repurpose the gems that were shattered, but also make a weapon out of the failed Earth colony. And while the show never went back to it, we have this clearly evil parchment from the episode Together Breakfast that many have speculated was painted on with crushed gemstones. So Homeworld has done all this to build their army against the crystal gems, right? Well, no. Court soldiers were clearly a thing before the war with Homeworld, and if Homeworld stopped the war with the corruption virus, then why did they need a fusion weapon in the form of the cluster? If anything, the cluster would destroy the Earth and Homeworld's problems would end right there, but Yellow Diamond said she wanted the weapon and the Earth to die. In fact, there's always been one thing that's always bothered me about the show. Why has Homeworld left the Earth alone until now? After using the corruption virus, they could have easily swept Rose and her remaining followers to be 100% sure that they no longer posed a threat, and continued their colonization of the planet. So, why didn't they? The answer is simple. They were fighting another war. Peridot mentioned in Too Short to Ride that Homeworld's resources are dwindling. But if they're a spacefaring race that is able to go to other planets and use their resources, then why not do just that? Why do they even need court soldiers or fusion weapons in the first place? They were at war with the planets they conquer for resources. Even after Peridot told off Yellow Diamond, she did not retaliate. She just sent a bunch of rubies to pick up Jasper with no orders on handling Peridot. Their war with the other planets has made the Earth their last priority, because in the eyes of the Great Diamond Authority, it was costing them too much. This is the reason they stayed away so long, and this is the reason they want the cluster, but not deal with the crystal gems. I believe the Red Eye from Laser Light Cannon was a way for Homeworld to find new planets for colonization, but the number of sustainable worlds that are without opposition are shrinking fast. Homeworld is running out of resources, and their current method is failing them. In the event that I am right, I would like to think the next logical step would be for Steven and the gems to work out a new system that helps growth, but not at the expense of the planets in question. What do you think about this theory? Do you think it has any chance of panning out? What are some other ideas that you think this could lead to, or what do you think I might have missed in this theory? As always, leave your comments and questions in the comment section below. And if you like what you saw here, you can check out some of my other videos. Subscribe for more great content. I plan on doing a video about both garnet and malachite pretty soon. I can't guarantee within the next week, but soon.